people? It's KJ.
And it's JB.
Welcome to another episode of the Hoops Hustle podcast. Today we've got a lot to talk about,
Yeah, man. So much has happened in the league.
So much. We've got the coach changes, we've got trades, we've got all-star selections.
You got traded?
Steven Adams.
Oh, I didn't even know. I saw that because I think it was in between. He was playing that day. It was a big game.
Yeah,
so
it was one of the quiet trades. But
when I noticed.
And we've got the trade deadline coming up as well. So,
yes.
So let's start. Let's start off with the all-star reserve selections.
That one, for me, it was crazy because, there's a lot of people who definitely should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in there? In the West, obviously, Steph Curry, he's going to be in there.
You got
AD, deserving, so.
Edwards,
of course.
Paul George, Kawhi, Karl Anthony Towns.
What do you make of Karl Anthony Towns?
I feel like if you've got the best record in the league,
to
be fair, I'll allow him. Like, who would you gonna make for it?
Because a lot of people are saying either De'Aaron Fox or Domantas Sabonis should have been in there. Because to have no Kings players, it's crazy because you have no Kings players, but you got two Lakers players, you got a Golden State Warrior player, and both of them are not even in the Lakers are in the play-in, but the Warriors aren't even in the play-in.
I mean, Steph is Steph.
I don't know 100%, but it's like cool in terms of just the way it is. Like they're, I think, either 4th or 5th in the league.
But the way how I'm looking at it, I feel like Kat was picked as one of the forward selections.
Yes, so it's going to be between him and Sabonis, to be honest. People are even saying he should be in an All-Star game. I don't know.
Now we can relax.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. But I don't know, it's hard, man. Again, I do feel like Kat is deserving, but I would have probably picked Sabonis potentially over Kat for me.
Okay. Devin Booker making it as well. Because that one, I can pick like De'Aaron Fox deserves.
Yeah. Like that one as well. De'Aaron, it's a hard one, man. The West is very hard this year. I can't lie to you.
The West, especially with guards, has always been hard.
It's hard, man. It's really hard.
That's why you got someone like Damian Lillard with not that many All-Star selections. When you think about it, he actually deserves it.
True. So do you think Devin Booker has had a better season than Steph this year?
I would say so. I feel like if you look at what the Phoenix Suns been doing lately, they've been on some form of a tear.
Yeah, they have. But then obviously people are going to say, compare Steph's team to D-Book's team.
Yeah,
he was playing with KD, so.
I mean, like, if you look at the players around him, I feel like Steph actually has a better team built around him. When you look at it in terms of quality of players, it's just Booker. It's just what's it called, Booker, KD, and they do Bill. And then the rest.
But I mean,
all
if you ask Steph right now, which team would you rather play for?
Of course, he would love KD, man. Yeah, KD's his care package.
Of course. But all right, cool. What about in the East?
And then in the East, we got a number of first-time All-Stars.
Yeah.
We got Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, deserving, man. Just shot 51 points the other day. Definitely second best player on this team. Now that Embiid's out, his numbers are probably going to go up as well. So yeah, he's definitely deserving.
Another first-time All-Star, one of your own players, Paolo Banchero.
My guy, definitely deserving. I've been waiting for this all season. He's been leading the Magic to a good record this season. They've kind of tailed off a bit, which is to be expected, but definitely the best player on the team. They had some big injuries as well, and he was carrying them throughout that. So yeah, man, happy to see him in there.
Another first-time Jalen Brunson.
Oh, oof.
That guy.
Jalen Brunson. He's been killing it. And now he's getting MVP shouts. And with the Embiid injury, but with the Embiid injury, and now Tyrese Halliburton, the start that he had to the year, now he's kind of got injured. People are now saying he's the best guard in the East. And he's playing like it, I can't lie to you.
To be fair, I'll give you that. He's one that should have potentially played over Damian Lillard.
Yeah, 100%. And I still don't know how Damian Lillard got the shout over him as a starter.
Forget fan vote as well, man. Dame time.
Yeah, but his fan vote wasn't even that big like that. I think he was even like 4th or 3rd or something.
But if you look at jersey sales, Damian Lillard's in top 10.
Which is crazy because I feel like the Knicks fan base is much bigger. I thought they would have ride hard for Brunson.
Same time, when you're paired up with a Greek freak,
I guess so. He definitely accelerates that. But
and then we got Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah, 100% deserving. They had 2 big injuries as well, and yeah, he's been carrying them.
Another Nick, Julius Randle.
He's deserving as well. I would give it to him. In the East, 100%, yeah. He's actually been playing well, really good basketball. But now he's out for a few weeks now with an injury, so.
You got another JB in there, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, of course, best record in the league, paired up with Tatum, 100%.
And then my surprise one that was quite a surprise was Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, because the Heat haven't really been doing well. But
he's a solid player for me. I love Bam, but
he's been the best player on the Miami Heat this season. But his numbers there. But then who will be the other forwards you put ahead of him? That's the question, I think.
That's true. That's true.
That's probably the reason why he got it.
But we've got a few omissions in the East, you know.
Man,
Trae
Young, man. I'm surprised he's not in there because he's putting up 27 and 10. Even though his record, yes, isn't the best. I think they're 10th in the East right now. But
you got Steph in it.
You got Steph, you got LeBron and AD, who are 10th as well. So, yeah, that's definitely a big surprise there.
I feel like Trae will make the All-Star. I feel like he'll be one of those Adam Silver call-ups. He's got Embiid out.
Yeah, it's true.
You got Tyrese Halliburton possibly out. Even though I feel like he will try and make that because in Indy and things like that. So we'll see.
Julius Randle as well. But is it, if the player can't play, do they have to put that same position in there or is anyone?
Nah. From then on, it's just pretty much Adam Silver's like, all right, cool.
I think Trae Young will definitely make it then. I think, are there any injuries in the West?
In the West.
I know AD's a bit hobbled right now, but I think he'll end up playing.
I think he'll make it because I feel like tonight he'll play the Knicks.
Yeah, I think he'll get up at MSG. So yeah, definitely some surprises in there. I'm still surprised Dame Lillard is somehow starting in the All-Star game. I can't believe he finessed his way into that. But
do you remember when they shoehorned Dirk Nowitzki and D-Wade into the All-Star?
Into the All-Star game? Yeah.
This year we're having 30 players.
The legacy one, innit? I remember that one.
Do you feel like they'll do something like that for LeBron or what?
I don't think LeBron needs that. I think when he goes out, he will end up leading the votes 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's be real. I can't wait to see that final farewell season, man. Do you think people are going to truly appreciate LeBron in that season?
They're going to miss a great one.
Yeah.
Because we've had this discussion about the face of the league. Like, we don't even know who the true next face of the league is going to be. And I feel like LeBron's been holding it down for 21 years, man.
Crazy.
From deeper, we were babies when he was in the league. So for me, it's just like, yo.
But anyways, speaking of injuries, we've had a big one. The front runner for MVP, Joel Embiid, is now out with a torn meniscus. This is crazy. He was easily in the front runner for MVP. He basically had that award in his hands.
Oh, 100%.
And now he's out with injury. Some people are saying it's because he was trying to force himself to play in order to meet that 65-game quota.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell he wasn't.
You think so?
Fit. He was hobbled. Because even from the moment they did the jump ball with Draymond Green, he just looked. He just looked so gingerly like. I feel like now, especially with I get why they put that 65-game thing in place, but it's like now it's like a detriment.
Kind of forcing him. Do you know what as well? I think the game he set out versus the Nuggets, a lot of people were angry and basically going at him. I think you had Kendrick Perkins calling him a fat ass on television. So yeah, that definitely influenced his decision to play. But now he's out.
Wait, but I find that so hypocritical of him. I'm not even trying to get into Kendrick Perkins. Because yesterday he was saying, what's it called, that you need to think about your family, the longevity, like sit out. So
yeah. But you know, his takes are always wild anyways, man. He's just always saying something crazy. But what do you make of the 65-game quota? Like, do you think it's good for the league, or do you think now it's pressuring stars to play games they wouldn't normally play?
I feel like it's a double-edged sword. I feel like it's 50-50, like good for the league. I feel like I understand why they want players, the best players to play. Yeah. Because you're having like Kawhi sitting out. But to be fair, he's been playing all games this season.
Yeah, he has, man. I'm surprised he's played that much.
And I feel like it only puts pressure on the players to play. And I feel like now with the level of play being so high, I feel like everyone's just playing at a high level and then just like forcing them to be injured.
You know what, I agree with the rule because watching the NBA these last few years, like so many players sit out. Just so many players sit out. And it's like, cool, back in the day, I'm not going to be like, in my day, but like back in the day, you're talking about early 2000s, 90s, the level of medicine and recovery and all that wasn't anywhere up to scratch like how it is now.
The level of play was never at this high level as well.
Yeah, but there was definitely, I would say, not a tougher game, but it was more aggressive. Like, come on, man, let's be real. A lot of it is cardio they're doing, shooting threes.
But I'll say, like, okay, let's talk about Embiid. If you think about it, what's the one thing that everyone keeps saying that Embiid needs to do for his career?
Oh, winning the playoffs.
And then the thing is, every playoffs for like the last couple of years, he's always been injured.
Always injured, yeah.
So like, he needs to manage his body and time so that he can get there. Because like, he came into the league injured.
Yeah, but I think that's just him as a player.
Yeah,
Like,
so
yeah,
now
true.
he needs to manage his body right.
Yeah, no, that's understandable, but I feel like there's definitely players who take advantage of that rule.
100%.
So, and you know what it is? My case is when they're sitting out those nationally televised games, when you're going up against another star. Like, I can understand, cool, you've had a back-to-back, you're playing Charlotte or something, cool, you can rest that game. But if you're going up against one of the best players in the league, everyone wants to see that match up. And there's like, you're resting, it's just like, I think that's why a lot of people are now tuned out of the regular season.
Yeah.
Because they understand it's not really that important. So I feel like Adam Silver had to do something and that's what he done. So I kind of agree with it, to be honest.
But then now, when it comes to awards now with Joel Embiid, this one you can tell is definitely a landslide. It's Joel Embiid and then everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do with these kind of awards? Because sometimes it affects their bag as well.
It does, and that's very, very tough. Because I think it affects all NBA as well, innit?
All NBA. But the thing is, weirdly enough, they can be selected for the second team All NBA, just not first team.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I know Joel Embiid is definitely going to make second team if he misses that game quota.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting.
But everybody knows that he is the MVP.
Yeah, really and truly. So my question is now, if he's obviously probably not going to win MVP just to not meet in the game quota, who do you think is getting that award now? For me, it's between... now it's between three people.
Okay, so I feel like SGA is deserving of it.
SGA right now, for me, I'm picking him for MVP.
Because look, you got OKC, second off?
They're basically switching between,
top three in the West.
Nuggets, something. Top three in the West, leading that young team. If they finish second or first, and he's averaging 30, what argument against him do you have to not give it to him? And then my second pick, people are saying Nikola Jokic, but I'm not really seeing that same...
I ain't seeing that.
Yeah, man. I feel like just they're coasting kind of thing, because they're just champions. They know they're going to be there at the end. So.
But do you feel like he's now having the LeBron effect?
Oh, 100%. Already got 2 MVPs. Already has 2 MVPs. People had voter fatigue last season, giving it to Embiid. So he's definitely in that LeBron kind of state now where people are just used to greatness too long. It's kind of like Giannis as well. Giannis is putting up numbers, and I think they're second in the East, and no one is even batting an eye at him. So.
Yeah, but when you have a coach fight, I don't feel like...
Yeah, that's true. But
what about Jason Tatum then?
It's a weird one because the Celtics, they have so many good players on that team. Like, you could maybe even pitch Porzingis to play an All-Star game. And people are even saying Derek White. So it's like, when you have so much success in your team, again, you're a victim of your own success. So it's...
But they're 37-12 though.
The record's crazy. The record is crazy. So I don't know, man. I feel like the team is just too good where people won't give it to him. It's kind of like the Warriors. Remember when Steph and KD, where there's like, people said, nah, can't
that was, for me, I feel like Steph and KD and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, there's levels. But in terms of like team success, you feel me? So, and then my third one, did I even say my second? I think I had, SGA. If Luka's teams had a better record, I would have picked, because his numbers, is nuts. But my third one, I'm going to put Jalen Brunson in there. With the way he's come along recently, leading the Knicks, the biggest market in the NBA, he's going to have that buzz. Julius Randle is now out as well. So they're going to need to rely on him more. So I think his numbers are going to go even up more. And with the fact that right now, I think they're 7-0, 8-0. No, they won their last 9 games.
9 games straight. And they're beating good teams as well. They're not just beating like the Hornets or the Wizards. They're beating good teams. They beat the Nuggets. I think they beat Clippers. They're beating some good teams. So
since they made that OG trade, they've definitely been rising.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised because thinking when they made that OG trade, I was thinking, what's the hype?
I thought it was like a lateral move. I didn't really think it would have been that much of a difference, but wow, they knocked that trade out of the park.
They're playing defense, and they've got Mitchell Robinson coming back as well.
Ooh, I forgot about him as well. And even Hartenstein, their center, the backup center, he's been killing it as well.
I was hearing Stephen A. saying LeBron come to New York.
Did you see what he tweeted the other day?
What did he tweet?
LeBron in the morning.
Nah.
He tweeted a king and then the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, sweat.
Yeah.
They're playing there.
I know they're playing there. You know he likes to... and obviously, did you see the report with Rich Paul? You know how Rich Paul and the Knicks CAA have beef, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said apparently they blessed it out.
Okay.
Hey, question mark. LeBron to the Knicks, question mark. We'll put a question mark on that.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, I feel like if he does go to the Knicks,
Man, that would be crazy.
They can win it. I feel like they can win. I feel like he's that missing piece. We got Jalen
They
Brunson.
definitely,
yeah. You got decent bigs in Julius Randle that knew how they roll.
I think if LeBron goes there, I don't think Julius Randle.
You feel like he'll come back to LA?
It depends if he goes as a free agent or if it's a trade. If it's a trade, Julius Randle is definitely out 100%.
But I feel like Knicks got a lot of draft picks that they can easily get rid of.
They do. But I don't think
LeBron
and Randle are eye to eye like that. I don't think Julius Randle sees eye to eye with him like that. So I don't think, because he understands if he goes there, he's going to be the backup forward.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so he's not going to want that.
No, but you can put Julius Randle power forward. You got Mitchell Robinson or Hartenstein center.
No, but I would rather start OG Anunoby with LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, Julius Randle.
Who's the two guard?
I think it's Josh Hart or Dante.
Yeah, but Josh Hart can come off the bench. But then you got Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah. So, that's an interesting team, you know, if LeBron got traded to the Knicks.
Nah, I feel like Lakers' last team. I feel like
it probably is, but I don't know.
Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, to Lakers. And then to New York Knicks is like,
yeah. But imagine if he brings a chip to New York. That's a sick argument. Like everywhere he's gone, he's won a chip.
Go.
And he's done it in two of the biggest franchises in the NBA.
You can say 3.
He's the third one.
Miami Heat.
Yeah, but come on, man. Knicks and Lakers, it holds a different kind of weight.
True. There was a coach firing. We talked about it in the last episode before.
We did.
Adrian Griffin out, Doc Rivers in. What do you think of that?
I was shocked. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was shocked because, like we said, the Bucks have the second best record in the East. Even though we all understood there were problems, I don't think they were going to do it mid-season. In his first year as well, that's crazy. There definitely was some underlying beef in there as well.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it couldn't have just been due to coaching.
I'm hearing it's to do with that brother of his.
Oh, nah. I heard something about that as well, but I doubt that was true.
But it's so wild because, do you know how I know the Bucks players didn't rate the coach? You see them dancing around.
Oh, yeah. After...
You see Giannis's brother just doing some next wedge shooting, dancing.
Yeah. I saw that.
Doing moonwalking and whatnot. It's like, fam, you're an NBA player, man.
Yeah, it's true. But you know what, for me, because I know in the summer, they fired the lead assistant coach, Terry Stotts, who was Dame Lillard's old coach. So I feel like...
I don't think it was firing. I think my man just said, yeah, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it? So, okay, from that, I feel like there was like, oh, okay.
Something's
up in it, yeah. And obviously, Dame Lillard, that was probably Dame Lillard's guy, sorry. So he was already probably iffy on the coach. But for them to do it mid-season, I was shocked, man. They pulled what LeBron done with David Blatt.
Yeah, but I feel like it's these teams hiring, even though, they hired Adrian Griffin before they made a Dame Lillard trade, it's these teams hiring the wrong coaches from the jump. And it's like, you got a player like Giannis, you got a player like Brook Lopez, you got Middleton.
You don't need a rookie
coach. Even like Drew Holiday at the time, you don't need no rookie coach.
Yeah.
You need a coach that... Someone like Doc Rivers that they got.
Yeah,
but at least you got to give them time at the beginning of the season so it's like, all right, cool, we can train you, we can have some form of solidarity within the team. So it's like...
You know what, I like what they done though. Even though they understood they made a mistake, they hired a coach in the first place, but they still are not complacent. Even though they're second in the East, they said, we need a better coach that can win us a championship.
There's certain other teams that need to make those kind of...
Listen, Lakers, if you're listening, do what needs to be done.
Fire that scam.
For real, man. They said there's a hashtag going, no pork on a fork. Because obviously David Ham in it. So yeah, man. But that's what I like to see in an organization. Like if I was playing for a team, that's what I want to see my organization do. Not be complacent in any way, shape or form. Because when you have Giannis, listen, you've got a chance at winning the chip. So
with Doc Rivers now, what do you feel? Do you feel like they can contend?
He's definitely a much, much better coach. Like, even though he's got that stigma about him, he is a good coach at the end of the day. He can get you so far. But I feel like him having Dame and Giannis, I do feel like those are players that can help him.
And he's got a veteran team around him.
He has got a veteran team.
You got Portis, you got Middleton, you got Brook Lopez around him.
Yeah, players that have been there and done that. So I do feel like that pairing can... Because obviously, Doc Rivers, I think he's got like 4 Game 7 losses or 7 or something like that.
Look at the amount of All-Stars he's coached.
Oh, he's got coached a lot.
No shade on him, but this is his last chance.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't work out here, it might be a wrap.
So how many years would you give him though? Like you have to give him this year. Like this year.
This year is like half and half. Next year, I think maybe 3 years. It depends what happens. I don't know.
It depends what happens next year.
It depends what happens next year.
Because if they flame out next year, then it's like, all right, cool. Sorry, you kind of got to go.
Maybe.
And I wouldn't be surprised with Giannis being like, I want out.
And he might ask out as well. What was the deal they gave him? Was it like 3 years?
I thought like 3 years. So like, end of next season.
Yes, I think 3 years makes sense. But I do feel like that's a good coach for them. But again, man, he does have that history of, I think it's like 4-5, 3-2 lead blowns, 3-1 lead blowns. So,
I feel like he's one of the most luckiest coaches ever. Look at the players. You coach Kevin Garnett.
He's fell into some great situations.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
I forgot about that.
Who else? Joel
Embiid.
James Harden, Tyrese Maxey,
wow.
Ben Simmons.
Wow.
Like, he's actually coached how many...
I wouldn't say Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but it was an all-star at the time when he coached him.
Yeah. That's crazy. He's
the one that killed Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Ben Simmons killed Ben Simmons, but I hear what you mean, though. But he's had a nice little run in it. That's crazy. I even wanted him as a Lakers coach. I would have taken him.
I feel like that's a good pairing.
Yeah. And he was twerking for the Lakers when he was commentating their games as well.
Because my thing is now, if you were to get rid of Darvin Ham, what coach?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And I feel like that's why they're not firing him.
Because for me, there's only 2 coaches.
Who's that?
And they're both...
Ty Lue.
Ty Lue.
Yeah.
And then even Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, yeah, that would have been... But obviously that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening. My man just signed the bag, but...
Yeah. No, it's interesting, man. But congrats to Doc. Somehow, some way, he still ended up securing a bag. Still ended up coaching all-time players. I don't know how he does it, but he finds himself in these situations. So shout out to him, man.
Okay, there's another thing that's been happening in the league this season.
What's that?
Everyone's just been scoring buckets, man.
I don't know what's been happening.
We had Luka score 73 points the other day.
Nuts.
We had, what's his name? Cat scored 60 points. We had, who else scored 70?
Embiid scored 70.
Embiid scored 71.
Tyrese Maxey just scored 51. I feel like the 50 games aren't even... I feel like 50 is now the new 40. Like,
that's true,
I
feel like we had 9 people score. Like,
that's nuts, man. What do you think it is? Do you feel like when someone sees someone do something, they're just thinking, maybe it's my night this night? I feel like if you see like 3 threes go in, you're thinking, cool. Or do you feel like just the way the league is shifting, the defense being played?
I feel like it's a mixture of everything, you know? Because I feel like the rules have been changing so much that it's easier to score. You've heard Luka Doncic say, like, in the NBA, it's much easier to score than in Europe.
He scores so easily as well, man. But I was watching the game, he had 73. Some of the defense that was being played was a bit questionable, I'm not going to lie to you.
But it's like, they're playing to the rules. Obviously, you got to lock down your player, man. Like, how can you allow someone to score 73 points?
It's nuts, man. And no double teams were being thrown at him. Like, it's crazy. But I feel like, as well, with the defense in the league, it's so hard for them to play defense because they're calling a foul on everything. Like, the refs...
Embiid just been getting free throw.
Like, I love Embiid, but his game is so hard to watch, man.
Just see
hate watching his game. Yeah, like, literally. Let me ask you a question. Who's some of the players in the league you just hate watching their game?
I think James Harden was one.
James Harden was one, yeah.
I feel like I hate players that just dribble the life out of the ball.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to say? Yeah. It's a bit of a controversial one. We just mentioned him. Luka, for me, is a bit 50-50.
Oh, really?
His game is enjoyable. I like the way he can pass the ball, but...
He kind of does dribble the ball.
He does dribble the air out of the ball. And there's a lot of hunting for fouls. Like, and if he doesn't get a foul, he's complaining to the refs a lot. But then obviously you do have some greats who can just score the ball as well and who I love watching. Like for me, like KD. I love watching KD's game.
It's so effortless.
It's so effortless, man. Obviously Steph as well.
Even Kyrie when he's on.
Kyrie. I think Kyrie's my favourite player to watch. When he's on.
And even though he dribbles the ball, that one is
a different...
poetry.
Yeah, it's like magic. You know, it's like he's dancing with the ball.
Nah, that one is just...
Like, if you guys have anything to do today, or you don't, go watch some Kyrie highlights, yeah.
That one's just wizardry with the ball,
Just a wizard with the ball. But no, in terms of the scoring, though, in terms of the offensive output, do you feel like it's going to be an increase as we just go on? It's just players are just getting better, or what?
Players are just getting better.
Yeah.
That's what I mentioned earlier. I feel like the skill level of the players in the league today is on a whole nother level. And I feel like these old heads need to give these players a lot of credit. Like, yes, I get MJ MJ did MJ things. All the old people did the old things. Like, for me, they're good quality players. But I feel like if you actually look at the skill level of even the 6th man, the 7th man, they're actually on a whole elite level. They can all shoot.
Everyone can shoot. If you can't shoot, you're not playing on the floor.
Exactly.
Unless like you're all world defensively or something crazy. So,
or you're Darvin Ham and you love off Torian Prince.
So, let's never get into that guy.
The skill level is so high that people can now score effort. Look at KD, man. It's just it's effort.
Even Cat, he had like, I think it was like 42 points at halftime. And it's like the free, when you're 6'10", 7 foot, and I'm shooting threes, what am I meant to do? Like, what am I meant to do?
And then also that offensive rebound with a clock going to 14 seconds makes it
it does
so much faster. So
yeah. That's a good point.
Do you feel like anyone will crack the 100?
I feel like if there's one player that might crack it, it might be Victor Wembanyama.
You think?
I see something in him, I can't lie to you. I feel like his shot is there, but his 3-point, I don't know what it is, when I watch him play sometimes, his shot is so straight, but then it's short. So I feel like he's just still kind of getting used to the NBA 3-point line or whatever. But I feel like there's going to be a game where he explodes out. And he's one player, do you know why? Because when the players start hitting like 70, 80, they're going to get doubled. But he's a player, you can't really double him because really and truly, if he has a good passer next to him, bro, it's just literally catch, turn, shoot.
In the air.
Like he's one player that could actually potentially defeat a double team. So
you think it's going to be a big to break that?
I do feel it's going to be a big, because you need someone that can get buckets easily. Like someone like Steph Curry, I can't see him because the double team is going to come at some point. And for him to counteract that, it might be a bit hard. But for someone like Victor, I'm telling you, give him 3-4 years, because the way he's doing now, bro, he's averaging like 23 points, in like 20 minutes of the last 20 games, something crazy like that. So
see, the funny thing is, I don't think it's going to be a big that will break that record.
You don't think so?
I feel like it will be at a guard.
You think so, yeah?
It's someone that has to have the ball in the hand. But if you look at Luka, like for me, I feel like he could have potentially had more.
He probably could, but again, I think that was just down to who they were playing that day, the Hawks. I feel like that was just down to bad coaching as well, like double teaming, get the ball out of his hands kind of thing. And for me, it's just a guard. I don't know, man. I can't see a guard doing it. I'll be real. Unless they're just not missing at all, which could happen. It definitely could happen. So
I feel like if anything, I think Kobe's 81 will be broken.
Man.
But I don't think that 100 points is gonna. I feel like for me now, if you look at it, I don't know what the players in the 60s were like here, but for me, if someone's scoring 81, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna Draymond clothesline you.
Yeah, like you're gonna do something.
No way.
There's
no way you're scoring 100. Like, where's your pride?
But I don't know, man. 100, that's going to be hard to break. 81, I could definitely see happen. Because we saw 73, I could see 81 happening.
But even that, like, where's your pride on defense?
Yeah, I just don't understand it, man. Like, some of the Hawks, when I saw some of the Hawks defenders just allowing them to score, basically allowing them to walk into the paint and get an easy bucket, it's crazy. But, man, Kobe Bryant, 81 points in that era, that's nuts, man. I was actually deep in it the other day. The way he was able to score. It was a close game,
that's why.
And it was, Yeah, it can't be a blowout as well. That's true.
I think that's the only, another thing. The game has to be a close game in order for this record to be broken.
But I'm sorry, if I'm on 90 and we're up by like 15 and there's like 3 minutes left, I'm in that game.
Oh, 100%.
So you're not taking me out. I'm getting 100 easily.
If you're on like, let's say 76, and knowing that with obviously Kobe passing and whatnot, would you stay in the game or would you be like...
It depends, 76... I'm probably going for the 81 because people don't really see the 100 game as like real. But people see the 81 as like, okay, that's the mark. Yeah, that's the mark, innit? So I'm definitely gonna try go for the 81.
Because is there even video evidence of that 100 points?
No, so apparently, because I've been seeing that a lot on Twitter where people like they see old stuff like back in the day, old stuff, and it's like they still haven't seen a 100-point game. But apparently, there actually is footage.
The kind of players that Wilt was playing against versus the players that Kobe was playing against.
Yeah,
Kobe actually got a fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's so impressive what he done. It's crazy. So with the All-Star game also coming up, we recently got news that Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu are having a 3-point shootout together. The WNBA versus the NBA. What do you think of that?
I think this is good,
I love it.
This is good because the WNBA, they've got some ballers.
Yeah,
like
they
some
do.
Top ballers for me. And I feel like it's the best way of bringing the light to them.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like you got one of the best female shooters versus one of the best male shooters, and it's like battling out to put someone like, I feel like WNBA, it needs a lot more attention.
It does, because college hoops is so sick right now. Like, if you don't watch women's college basketball, listen, man, get to know and pay attention, because
like LSU versus South Carolina,
that was a good game as well. Like, there's so many. Obviously, you got Caitlin Clark as well, and obviously Juju Watkins as well. Did you see what she done?
Yeah, man. Well, she's been balling in USC, man.
Yeah, 50 points, the 51 points last night. So
USC got some next future stars.
Man, it's crazy. But no, obviously, so yeah, there's the whole Sabrina versus Steph. I love it. I love the NBA, man, because they're a progressive league. They're always making things interesting. And I feel like Sabrina could win it. I'll be real.
I feel like it's 50-50, you know?
Yeah. Obviously, she's going to be shooting from the women's three-point line. However,
she said men's, though.
Yeah, she did say that she wanted men's, which I love that, man.
No, I want her to... Yeah, you know what? I think Sabrina will win it, you know?
Because do you know what it is, yeah? You know what I hate seeing on social media? Like, where anytime, let's say, the NBA, ESPN post about the WNBA, you just look in the comments, just dumb, like, little kids being like, oh, get in the kitchen, or...
Yeah.
Like, I just hate seeing that. So, for them to do this, man, and if she ends up winning, I'd love to see it.
I actually hope she does, because she's a baller. She can shoot.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't come out in the WNBA finals.
The finals wasn't her best, nah.
Yeah, but for me, Las Vegas Aces, baby.
Yeah, nah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Hoops Hustle Pod.
Make sure you follow, like, subscribe.
Definitely. I'm JB.
I'm KJ.
And we're out.